The first homicide in Chicago for the year 2025 was not committed by the gangster disciples, black disciples, Mickey Cobras, Stones, or Vice Lords. The first murder in Chicago for the year 2025 was committed by a member of Goofy Gang, Chicago's most dangerous street organization. A Lawndale man named Reginald Freeman is charged with killing his longtime girlfriend as they celebrated the new year with the woman's 18-year-old daughter early on January 1st. The murder of 43-year-old Martina Mosby was Chicago's first homicide of 2025. The shooting occurred as Freeman, Mosby, and Mosby's daughter were all ringing in the new year at the couple's home in the 1200 block of South Sawyer. Freeman and Mosby had been dating for 10 years and lived together for the past 2 years. During the celebration, Freeman, 38, fired a gun off the back porch of their home and Mosby's daughter squeezed off a few more, according to Freeman's detention order. The couple subsequently got into a brief argument, and Freeman went to get a second firearm. When he returned, he allegedly fired several shots at his girlfriend, striking Mosby multiple times. Police found 11 shell casings at the scene that were consistent with the .40 caliber gun that Freeman retrieved before shooting Mosby. An ambulance took Mosby to a hospital, but she died a short time later. Meanwhile, Freeman fled the scene and hid both guns in a trash can, his detention order said. Prosecutors said he also tried to stop Mosby's daughter from calling 911. Freeman has only one other criminal case in Cook County court records, a 2017 matter, in which he was charged with unlawful use of a weapon and aggravated assault. The entire case was dropped within weeks, after the complainant failed to appear in court. Pause. Pay attention, people, because it only takes one goofy moment to ruin your life. Reginald Freeman didn't wake up on December 31, 2024 thinking, "I'm going to kill my girlfriend tonight, so I can make the news for committing the first homicide in Chicago in 2025, but that's exactly what happened when a goofy got caught up in a goofy moment. This is the Cartoon News Network with another exciting episode about the exploits of Goofy Gang. Up next, we have the story of a goofy that got in a shootout with a Chicago SWAT team, but before we continue, please smash that like button and subscribe to The Real CNN to join our anti-goofy movement. A man awaiting trial for allegedly shooting at Chicago police officers while holding his ex and her son hostage last year is now accused of killing a woman several hours before the police standoff.
Stephen Wade, 44, has been in the Cook County Jail since March 2023 in connection with the hostage situation that was only resolved after a SWAT team raided his ex-girlfriend's home. During a bail hearing on March 2, 2023, prosecutors said Wade showed up unannounced at his ex's home on 129th and Peoria a few days earlier on February 27, after not seeing her for several years. When the woman allowed him inside, she realized he was wearing a bulletproof vest and had multiple bags, prosecutors said. Pause. I would have called the police at this point. The pair had a conversation at the kitchen table, but the woman became uncomfortable as Wade began speaking about his newfound religious beliefs, according to prosecutors. Pause. I definitely would have called the police at this point. As a precaution, the woman called her friend so the friend could listen in on the conversation. Pause again. Why the hell didn't she call the police at this point? As the friend listened, Wade allegedly placed a gun on the kitchen table and claimed he had killed a security guard to get the gun and bulletproof vest. The friend immediately called 911, sending police to the home. Pause. Well, at least her friend answered the phone and had some common sense. Anyway, back to our story. A sergeant tried to enter the home, but retreated upon seeing a gun pointed around a corner inside the house, prosecutors said. Wade allegedly shot at officers who made a second entry attempt as Wade's ex and her 21-year-old son barricaded themselves inside a bedroom closet. The cops fired back, but no injuries were reported. As the SWAT team responded to the scene, Wade refused to let the woman and her son leave. Communicating with a CPD commander through a loudspeaker, Wade threatened to kill the hostage and began counting down while firing twice at police. SWAT officers entered the home and traded shots with Wade, who had retreated to a bedroom and used his ex-girlfriend as a human shield, officials said. Ultimately, the police rescued both hostages and took Wade into custody. Prosecutors said Wade had 3 more guns in a nearby hallway, including 2 that could generate machine gun fire. He remains jailed on charges of attempted murder of peace officers, kidnapping, and other felonies. Now, prosecutors have charged Wade with first-degree murder for the slaying of 58-year-old Bridget Miles. Miles was found dead in her home in the 7200 block of South Jeffrey several hours before Wade allegedly showed up at his ex's home, according to police. At first, investigators thought she suffered an accidental head injury, but they later learned that she had been shot in the head. Detectives linked Wade to Miles' murder through firearm evidence, fingerprints, and statements from witnesses, according to court records. Judge William Fahey ordered him to remain in jail for Wade's murder, which the judge called a horrific act of violence.
On December 14, 2024, on a Green Line train in Garfield Park, a man and a woman approached a passenger. The man stabs him and steals his wallet. The stupid woman then steals some more items, making her an accomplice to a crime, caught on tape. Detectives have released surveillance video of an armed robbery crew that held up 3 businesses in under 90 minutes last month. Investigators hope someone will see the footage of these goofies and help them identify the perpetrators. All of the robberies occurred early on December 6, 2024. CPD said 4 men dressed entirely in black and brandishing handguns forced employees to open registers and took cash. The group, which traveled in a gray Kia Sorento, also robbed a customer at one of the locations, and they punched an employee in the face at another business, police said. Pause. Anybody can be a victim of goofy gang. Yeah, you too. Even if you had your pipe on you, if 4 goofies ran up on you in a 7-Eleven, or a Subway sandwich shop, with a plan to rob you, you're going to give up that money to the goofies, or you're going to lose your life. No one is bulletproof, and 4 goofies running around with guns endangers everyone in the community, but I digress. CPD said the robberies occurred at 7-Eleven, 2600 North Lincoln, in Lincoln Park, at 2:21 a.m. 7-Eleven at 3005 North Pulaski, in Avondale, at 3:43 a.m., and Subway, 3207 West Diversey, in Logan Square, at 3:46 a.m., on December 6, 2024. So, these goofies committed 3 robberies in 90 minutes, risking their freedom, and endangering the lives of innocent people, for a few $100s, at best, which they have to split 4 ways. For their part, goofy gang members, Davian Thomas, 21, and Eric Griffith, 24, didn't rob anybody for anything, before they got caught with 4 firearms, including a rifle, and a machine gun, on Chicago's luxurious, Magnificent Mile. Around 3 p.m. on Monday, December 30th, officers went to the area of Walton in Michigan, to look for a white GMC Acadia that had fled from police, and was allegedly occupied by someone with a rifle. They found the car in the 100 block of East Walton, not far from the Drake Hotel. As officers looked over the car, they saw Thomas walk out of a nearby store. When he saw the cops, he clutched his waist and started running as the police walked toward him, according to his arrest report. The police caught up with him in the 100 block of East Delaware. While they took him into custody, a loaded handgun equipped with an illegal machine gun switch, and outfitted with a drum-style magazine fell from his waistband. Thomas allegedly told the police that he carried the gun for protection, and he knew it had a switch that allowed it to generate automatic gunfire. He is charged with unlawful use of a machine gun, and possession of a defaced firearm. Meanwhile, officers responding to the suspicious vehicle call allegedly saw Griffith ditch a stolen pistol in a planter on the 900 block of North Michigan. His arrest report said he had the GMC's keys in his pants pocket. Inside the vehicle, police found another loaded handgun with an extended ammunition magazine and a short-barreled ghost rifle. Prosecutors charged Griffith with 2 counts of unlawful use of a weapon by a felon and possession of a stolen firearm. Chicago's police superintendent said he is proud of his department for its progress, but he also says there is still work to be done. Superintendent Larry Snelling announced the city's reduced violent crime numbers for 2024 this week. Police reported an 8% reduction in murders, a 7% reduction in shootings, and a 4% reduction in shooting victims compared with 2023.